What's up everybody, it's your boy Doody back again with another video. Today I decided I was going to do an additional video on Phil's DEFCON BegAlert that he posted last night or early this morning, where essentially he put a call out to his viewers that the business is struggling and he needs some tips. So initially when I watched this video, I just laughed at Phil and I was like, oh my god, I can't imagine this. I can't believe this dude is posting this video. But then after watching it a couple times, I actually started getting angry and I started getting annoyed. So I said, you know what? This deserves a classic Doody commentary on his video. So that's what I'm going to do now. So essentially, I'm going to play the video. I might jump around a little bit because it is about 8 minutes long and provide my commentary. But if you guys haven't seen my early morning video, check it out. It's funny as hell. If you just want to watch the video, you can go ahead and do it. It's posted on my channel. But if you like these a little bit longer commentary videos that I do, you'll like this one. There's gonna be a lot of fire in this video, pimp. So I'm a bit annoyed, and I figured let me get some of that anger out here on this video. So all right, pimps, let's check this out.
What is up, everyone? Phil here, making a very short video, but it's a really important one. Okay, I've noticed in the last couple of weeks a pattern. Support has been slowing down significantly, in particular in the realm of tips. And normally on a stream, I have a tips goal of $150 that I do not expect to hit at all on any live stream. It's ridiculous. If I hit that, it's like over and above.
All right, Phil. First of all, if you don't expect, like you're claiming, that you're gonna hit that $150 tip goal, then why make it a fucking goal? Why make it a goal? Why post it? Why be so greedy? Why? The reason is because you do expect it, and if you don't get it, you get pissy and you get annoyed and you get perturbed. When you hit your tier $200 hat goal, if you barely make it, you're annoyed. You start, you look depressed, you look angry, you look upset, when you're making videos or you're doing your daily rap or whatever the case is, and you get all pissy about it. So don't lie to us. We know you expect $150 plus every stream you do, pimp. So we're not buying it.
Right? But here's the deal. Last year, I lost my partnership with Twitch. And when I did that, I went from 800 to 900 subscribers that were paying every month, now down to around 300 a month on YouTube. Now, yes, it's true. I just got gifted memberships enabled and they just jumped to over 500. But that's not income I get right now. That's income I'm going to get next month when I get my monthly YouTube payment.
Okay, pimp, you get a check every single month. Just because you don't get that money right away, you still get a check every month. You got a check this month, you get a check next month. And yeah, next month it's going to be a little bit more. You're going to get a couple $100 more because you're going to get those gifted memberships. It's going to be about $300 more, pimp. But if you're telling me that $300 is the difference between you surviving, and not becoming homeless, then you got a serious problem, pimp. And another thing, every time you goddamn say that your check doesn't come into next month, that's your problem, Phil. You can't budget. How the hell is that our problem? Just because you can't budget your money month to month. I get a check every month. I get a check every month from YouTube, which is just, a side thing that I do. And I actually get royalty income from other sources, and it comes in every month. And you know what, Phil? I managed to pay all my bills. I managed to have money in my bank account. I have money to splurge, and I have money to pay for whatever the hell I want to pay. You know why? Because I budget my money. You want to know why? Because I'm not spending 40 grand on WWE champions. You know why? I don't fucking waste my money on DoorDash every single day ordering food, paying $40, $50 for food every single day. So again, you not getting your money right away, that's your problem. That is your problem, homie. And you need to learn how to fucking budget. And you're never going to do that. That's your problem, Phil. The problem, Phil, is not that you have a lot of bills. The problem is that you waste your money and you have a gambling problem. You probably have an alcohol problem. And you just like to spend your money on countless stupid shit.
Also, things have slowed down in regards to things like super chats. For a while there, when I was playing big games, I was getting a good amount of super chats that were helping supplement my income. Those have also dried up significantly in the last couple of weeks. So it's like a double whammy. Immediate support with tips has dramatically slowed down. It's actually hard now on any given stream for me to hit the $50 glasses goal. And that's a rarity. It used to be I would hit that all the time. It was dependable income. And now it's like, wow, Phil's at the end of his stream and he hasn't hit $50 yet. Like, wow, people are you know, like shocked.
People are shocked. People are shocked. Nobody is shocked. Besides the 5 or 10 den heads that give money to you on a consistent basis, nobody cares what the hell you make. Nobody cares how much tip money you get. Nobody cares if you meet your goddamn goals, pimp. No fucking body. So nobody is shocked that you're not hitting your stupid goals, you moron.
And it's one thing if it happens 1 stream, 2 streams, but now it's like in a week, we're lucky if we hit the hat goal of $100 twice in a week. Okay? That's not good. That's a definite downward trend that I'm noticing. All right?
The reason why it's a downward trend that you're noticing, Phil, is because this all seemed to have started when you got gifted memberships. So like I said in my previous video regarding my belief that gifted memberships was going to screw you up and hurt you in the long run, is because what gifted membership does is it gives avenue for people that may want to support you, gives them an out to not tip you. And the reason why a lot of people don't like tipping you is because, yeah, they're worried that you're going to get their information. They're worried that you may dox them like you've done in the past. That's why people don't tip you, pimp. And you refuse to acknowledge that, okay? That's the first thing. The second thing, you fucking make it's like going through hoops, you know. It's like you have to learn a secret handshake just to tip you, because you have to have a verified PayPal account. You have to do X, Y, and Z. People don't want to deal with that. People don't want to deal with that hassle to tip some streamer online. They don't want to deal with that, pimp. And they don't want to deal with your tip audits that occur every so often. Because if someone new tips, you got to stop the stream and do a tip audit to make sure that it's not a fake tip, or somebody's going to charge back, or whatever the case is. It's just ridiculous. So all this shit happened when gifted memberships came about. And that was your fault, pimp, because you were the one hyping up gifted memberships for a year. You were the one constantly begging YouTube to implement gifted memberships because you thought that was going to grow your channel. And when you didn't see the growth that you thought you were going to get, you didn't see those hundreds and hundreds of gifted memberships that you thought you were going to get. Now you're kind of sitting back and saying, oh, wait a minute, maybe this isn't a good thing. Maybe I shouldn't have hyped this up. I prefer tips because I get a bigger cut and YouTube doesn't get as much money, and I don't have to wait a month to get that money. So that's what you're saying now. And what's happening is people that actually wanted to drop you a couple bucks, you gave them an out. You gave them them out. You basically gave them a way to support you without you getting any of their information. Because when you get a membership, all it simply says is X person is a member now, and that's it. That's the only info you get, pimp.
Now, I have 2 theories on why this is happening. The first is because right now there's absolutely nothing going on in the realm of new releases. Nothing. We haven't had a new release in many, many weeks to months. Elden Ring lasted a really long time, and that was a big attraction. And now that that's done, everything I'm doing feels like filler content. WWE 2K20.
All right. Your first thought, or whatever the hell you want to call it, is wrong. You got Dr. Disrespect playing Apex Legend. You got PewDiePie playing Minecraft. You got Low Tier God playing Street Fighter. And all of them still are managing perfectly. They're still making money. They're still getting views. They're still getting super chats. They're getting tips. That's all still happening, pimp. And none of them have a secret, they get to play the brand new game that's coming out, that's in beta or whatever, and everyone's flocking over to their streams. Nah, pimp, nah, not at all. Just because there's nothing new doesn't mean your tips and your business should be going downhill so quickly. That's not the case, pimp. The reason why your tips are drying up is because, one, you're playing these old ass games. Really, who the hell wants to see Zelda? Who the hell wants to watch Uncharted 2? Who wants to see Sniper Elite 5? I mean, typically when the number goes up, the game quality goes down, pimp. So you're playing all these crappy games because you refuse to put any money and buy games. There's a couple games out there that are pretty fun and that you can buy and you probably get the viewership, but you don't want to invest that money. You don't want to take that risk in buying a game and then bombing. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you refuse to play first-person shooters. First-person shooters are money makers. You make money because you either get people that come in to support you, you get people that come in to watch you die, you get people to troll you, you get people to come in. I mean, Wings of Redemption plays Rainbow and Call of Duty, and people flock to his streams because, you know, he gets the viewership and he makes some money on it because people either want to troll him or people want to support him or they just enjoy watching him play. But your fragile ass ego is so scared of criticism that you're so worried that people are going to laugh at your limited skills in first-person shooters, and people are going to laugh that you're such an old man and you have no reaction time and you get killed, and all you're going to do is blame, you know, lag or the internet or whatever the hell you blame. You're just so scared that people are just going to mock you, you know, and you love to talk about how you don't care about what people say about you, about the hate, you thrive off of it. Nah, pimp. Nah, no way. You're a little fragile little boy with an ego that, and when anyone criticizes you, you curse them out or you ban them or whatever. We can see it on your streams every day when people criticize you on your chat just for saying something, and you just flat out, you know, call them names and ban them. So that's the reason why your streams suck. If you were to go and play Halo, or if you were to go to play Apex Legend, or if you were to go to play Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer, or even Modern Warfare now, I mean, especially now they're doing that Godzilla King Kong playthrough, which is really fun. If you went and did that, pimp, you'd make some money, you get some views, and you get some tips. But again, you don't want to play first-person shooters because you worry people are going to mock you. So you don't want to play them games, then you get no money, pimp.
2 is a game you wanted in March. I'm playing it late because I was too busy with the other high-profile new releases. And
that's another thing. That's the other excuse that he gives, is that you know, well, not an excuse, but that's another issue where Phil again doesn't want to fork out money for games that new releases, just like with Guardians of the Galaxy and WWE 2K2. How many months were people begging for him to play that? And he refused because he didn't want to fork out the $70 to pay for the games. He'd rather play Game Pass games, you know, that are technically, that quote unquote are free. So what ended up happening is he got to a point where he had no other games that he couldn't whatchamacallit, and then he came late to the game and started playing Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he started playing WWE. When all the hype was gone, when nobody really cared about it, and then he says, see, nobody wanted to watch it. The reason why nobody wanted to watch it because they wanted to watch it 2 or 3 months ago when it was fresh and people were playing it. You would have made the money there. But no, you wanted to spend your stupid ass time playing Lost Judgment for 130 hours. You wanted to play Skyrim, which Skyrim is fine. But how many hours do you have in Skyrim already? Over 140 hours of Skyrim. And then you wonder why your tips and your support are low. Nobody wants to see 140 hours of Skyrim. You get 30 or 60 hours of content and you move on to something else. You say, okay, I'm going to stop this. I'll pick this up in the summer when things are slow. And you play WWE 2K, 2K, and you play Guardians of the Galaxy. Stop being fucking cheap and stop worrying about, buying a game and it not having a support and you lose your $70. You're not going to lose any money. You're not going to lose any money. If a game is $70 and then plus tax or whatever, you're going to make that up in a couple of streams. You're going to make that money back in a couple of streams. There's rarely where you ever buy a game and you don't make that money back. Maybe Dying Light 2 because you wage quit it and you also quit it because it was too hard. But normally most games you're going to make your money on it. And I think with Dying Light, after at least 2 streams, you made your money back on that game. So that's a lame ass excuse.
Even then, I feel like that's a niche audience, just fans of wrestling. Skyrim Anniversary Edition is a great chill playthrough, but it's just that, a chill playthrough. My core audience is there for those streams, but it's not mainstream popular like a new game would be. The night streams that I'm playing, Zelda Link to the Past, you guys voted in droves to see Zelda Link to the Past, but it's not bringing in big time.
You guys voted. You guys voted. It's your fault. It's your fault I'm not making any money. You voted for a crappy game that nobody wanted to support. Again, Phil, no. This is your business. This is your stream. You're responsible for the content. You can't push it off on your viewers and say, well, the viewers wanted me to play this, so I played it, but they didn't support it, so it's their fault. That is bullshit and lame, homie. Lame. You know what? You pick a game and you play it. If it's not making you money, you be honest with your viewers and say, you know what, this isn't working out. I'm playing something else, and just play something else and stop worrying about people criticizing you about wage quitting. Yeah, I'm a detractor. I'm going to call you out for wage quitting and make a video on it. But you know what? You shouldn't be worrying about me. You should be worrying about yourself and worrying about your paper, which you're not doing. So please stop blaming your viewers. God, you just frustrate the shit out of me when you say stupid shit like that.
Support tonight, we did it. I mean, again, $50, just enough to put on the Gunner glasses. And Uncharted 2, I've actually noticed that of all the stuff I'm kind of doing right now is actually doing better than a lot of other stuff, which I appreciate. But even then, you know, it's not like we're consistently going crazy with support on any of these right now. And I just don't have anything else to play. Today, I tried Sniper Elite 5. It's a dud. The viewing audience hated it. I hated it. The support wasn't there. It's like, damn, this is just like a triple whammy. It sucks, right? I'm trying, and I've actually even tried asking you guys in the past couple of weeks, what would you like to see me play? And there is no consensus at all about it. None. Zero. People are basically all want something else from what I'm playing, but there's no agreement on what it is. I want Metroid Prime 2. I want Hollow Knight. How about Devil May Cry 2? How about an RPG? How about this? How about that? With no common agreement.
All right, I'm going to solve your problem, you dumbass. What you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, next week what I'm going to do is I'm going to allocate my night streams or even your day streams, whatever. And just say, for this week, I'm going to play, on Monday, I'm going to play Hollow Knight. On Tuesday, I'm going to play Devil May Cry 2. On Wednesday, I'm going to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare or Vanguard or whatever the hell is. Or I'm going to play Apex. And then we're going to see how it goes. And then what you do is you gauge your support, you gauge your tips, and you say to yourself, okay, this seems like it's interesting. People like this, people like this. I'm going to play these for the next couple weeks or next couple streams to see how it goes. If it goes well, you keep playing it. If it doesn't go well, you say, all right, I'm moving on to something else. And then you do the same thing. It's not hard, Phil. It's not hard. But again, you don't want to expose yourself to playing games that might be a little too difficult, you know, like Call of Duty, Vanguard, any first-person shooters where you're going to get clapped. Your ego's so fragile and you're so worried about people talking shit about you that you refuse to play those games. And that was the main reason why you quit Halo. It had nothing to do with no support. It had nothing to do with buggy lag mechanic or whatever the hell you have to say. It was because you were terrible at the game. That's the reason why you quit and you got tired of people making fun of you.
Okay? The good news is coming up in June, there will be some attractive stuff that I think you guys are going to like. I'm going to be doing my next React event on June 4th. That's the John Rambo and Howard video from 7 years ago. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on in the realm of Summer Games Fest, things to talk about on stream in regards to new game playthroughs and the like that. We're going to get release dates and stuff. We're going to have on June 10th a double new release day with Mario Strikers, as well as the new survival horror game The Quarry from Supermassive Games. There's new stuff at the end of June. The problem is we got to get to this stuff. It's May 26th. I'm reliant on a daily basis to bring in tips to pay for stuff. Okay? I think what's happened, this is the second half of it. It's not just that there's no new releases right now, but gifted memberships just got enabled on YouTube, and within a week I got 100 of them. So people are like, oh, Phil's good now. No, gifted memberships will help this channel in the long term, but I don't get anything from that today. I don't get anything from that next week. It's going to be the end of May when I get my monthly YouTube payment that I see any benefit. Problem is, everything else has been lower. When tips are lower, right? When super chats have actually slowed down since the end of Elden Ring, that extra 100 members isn't going to amount to much. But I think people have gotten this weird impression that because people came in and gifted a bunch of memberships in a short period of time, that it would like, oh, Phil's like really good now for support. Actually, it couldn't be further from the truth. Everything else slowed down dramatically. And right now, things are really financially tight for us.
Then I called in my video where I said gifted memberships weren't going to be it wasn't going to be the success Phil thought it was going to be. The man can't think. Everybody's playing chess or 3D, 4D chess, and the man is playing checkers or playing not even checkers. He's probably playing chutes and ladders because he can't think 2 steps ahead. He can't say to himself, okay, what are the positive and negatives of an action? Okay, or something occurring. For example, gifted memberships. What are the positives of gifted memberships? What are the negatives? That's a real quick answer. Positive, you get support, you get members. Hopefully, some of them renew. And you get that consistent support every month, and you get a couple $100 extra a month. That's the positive. What's the negative? The negatives are easy. People are going to say, "Oh, this is another way of supporting Phil without tipping. Let me do that." People are going to gravitate and say, "Oh, this is what Phil's been hyping for the last year. He's been begging YouTube to implement these group memberships. I'm going to support it." But Phil doesn't have the IQ to say to himself, "Okay, most of my viewers, they have limited income, so they're only going to be able to support me in one way. You got your 5 or 10 den heads like your OIC, your fake ass 1 minute man, which we all know isn't a real person. It's Phil. Your Snow Carl, whoever the hell. You got your 5 or 10 den heads that are constantly tipping or supporting him, and he can't comprehend and think outside the box and say to himself, okay, it's going to be a real negative because most of my people that actually support me can only do one or the other. So when gifted memberships became available, everybody dropped their load on that and said, oh, we're going to support Phil. And what ended up happening for that 3 or 4 days after, he barely got any tips, he barely got any super chats, and it wasn't until he begged again, where he hit the $150 tip goal on one stream, and then after that it's gotten low again. You know what I mean? If you look at his streams, he barely is cracking over $50, and the only reason why he's doing that is because one of his den heads, one of his pay picks come in, either 1 minute man, which we all know is probably his mom, comes in and drops $25, and then he gets a couple additional tips here and there, maybe 3 or 4 tips. You got your Jack Raxer who supports Street Fighter. You got your, you got whoever the hell's that comes in that tips. You got your 3 or 4 people that drop $25, $30. And then you're getting little support from everyone else. That should really say something to you, Phil. That should say something to you. You're not as popular as you think. And maybe you need to reconsider your tip goals just in general.
Okay. In fact, things that I don't really usually talk about that much anymore, but there's some stuff going on that's making things financially tight for us even more right now. Some unexpected things that have happened and come up. And it's like, damn, what are you going to do? I don't have credit or anything anymore. All right. So here's the deal.
All right. That's confirmation that divorce saga is happening. Either Cat left or Cat is unemployed. I think it's Cat is unemployed. As much as I like to promote the whole divorce saga, and I like to get the LOLs for that and the views, I honestly think that Kat lost her job back in February, that time where he couldn't stream and he had to cancel the stream and stuff like that. That's definite confirmation. And also the fact that, and I forgot to mention this on a video before, but on Wednesday when he was talking on the pre-stream podcast, he slipped out and he said that Kat was home. So when has Kat ever been home 2 days in a row? Or that he's ever mentioned it or said it? Nah. And he always constantly says this is our 1 day a week that we get off, that we can spend time together, right? That's what Phil says. So to me, I think that is a confirmation. His little slip up on Wednesday, and then what he's talking about now is confirmation that she lost her job and then she's at home just playing Skyrim and spending time with Tyrone. So I expect, if the tips continue to be low, I expect him to drop one of those. Oh, I need $2,000 because X, Y, and Z. Or he may come out and say, Kat lost her job. We're really struggling. We need help. And I think what he's doing is he has that ace in his pocket, and when he really needs it, he's gonna bring it out. So he's hoping that this BegCon video will get the den heads to come in and throw some money his way, and hopefully give him some tips for the next couple weeks. And then if he needs to do another BegCon, he'll throw out the whole Cat is unemployed. We need money.
Why am I making this video? I gotta appeal to my audience and let you guys know, listen, I appreciate everything you guys do for us. I do. Right now, it's a tough time for us. Things are very tight. Things are not going super well. Please understand how hard it is for me to make a video like this and ask you guys for anything when I know there's 1,000 assholes out there all lying, saying defamatory statements about me and everything that's not true at all.
This statement probably pissed me the fuck off the most. So he just said he hates to make this kind of video, right? And you would normally think when someone would say those words, the next thing out of his mouth would be, I hate asking for money because I know you guys do give me a lot of support. I know that you guys help me as much as you can. I know that you guys sacrifice just to be able to let me have this amazing job where I can do what I want, do what I love, and interact with you guys, and you guys are amazing. You would think those would be the words that would come out of his mouth. And him maybe say, you know, I really hate doing this, but I really need you guys to help me. I know things are difficult. I know, you know, with inflation going crazy, I know with gas prices being very high, I know that, you know, the economy and everything is really hurting you guys, you know. It's really, really difficult for everyone, you know, and I hate having to ask, but I'm having difficulty. And I would ask you, please, to help me, you know, if you can. If you can't, I completely understand. I understand that, you know, everyone is having issues. I understand that, you know, what's going on today in the world, you know, both economically, politically, socially, every upheaval, what's going on. I understand if you can't. And you know what? Thank you anyway. You would think that would be the fucking thing that would come out of his mouth. But no, what the fuck does he say? He says, oh, I hate to do videos like this because of detractors and them saying defamatory shit and spreading lies about me. Oh, God. No, Phil. We spread that because you're an asshole. And your statement right there just proves that you're an asshole. Instead of just saying, hey, I hate doing these type of things because I know you guys do so much for me, and it's, you know, everybody's struggling these days, but I would appreciate if you can do, you know, if you can help me. If you can't, I completely understand. Take care of yourself first. No, he doesn't say that. He makes it all about himself. And God, this is why, Phil, if you watch this, this is why we hate you. This is why people despise you. This is why you have so many detractors that spend time and money to make videos mocking you. This is the reason why I spend a few hours a day combing through your shitty ass streams to find that content, to post it so that hopefully somebody can see it and say, oh, you know what? This guy is a bad dude and I'm not going to support him. I'm not going to give him anything. What he needs to do is go get a job. And that's the reason why you have so many detractors, Phil. It's not because we want to spread defamatory stuff, that we want to make up lies, that we have no lives, that we're jealous. No, it's not that at all. The reason why I post stuff about you is because I'm hoping there's one or two or three people out there that watch my videos and say, oh, this dude is terrible, I'm staying away from him, and not continue enabling your shitty ass behavior. And hopefully one day you get a boot off of YouTube and you'll be forced to go get a real job like everyone else.
I wish I didn't have to talk about this stuff, but I feel like I have to because I'm a crowdfunded individual.
You just broke TOS. You're not a crowdfunded individual. That is against terms of service. You can't tell people that you're a crowdfunded person, Phil. And another thing that pisses me the hell off is when you say you hate talking about it. You talk about this guy. You talk about this every single day. You talk about it on your daily rap videos. You talk about it on your pre-Steam podcast. You mention it. If you don't get a tip in a 20-minute interval, you mention money. And you talk about how you don't like tips. So don't bullshit us to say, oh, I hate talking about this. You talk about this every single day. And even when you're talking news stories, like when you were talking about Maximilian dude and the whole ad thing, how many times did you mention money in that story? Everything always comes around about money. When you're talking about somebody that's rich, like Bobby Kotick, Activision, whoever it is, if it's a news story, you always manage to put money, or how the person is rich. You always manage to do that because you're a jealous douchebag. So you love talking about money, so don't fucking lie to us.
No sponsorships, no partnerships. I don't run ads. I don't plug products on my videos or content. It's just me making truthful, honest.
The reason why you don't have any sponsorships is nobody will touch you. Nobody with a half an ounce or an IQ higher than 62 would ever touch you. I would never come to you and say, "Hey, can you promote my product?" That's a death nail. You are a plague on society. You are a plague on YouTube, and no advertiser will ever come to you and say, "I want you to promote my product." And if you say that somebody does, that's bullshit. That is bullshit. You know what? Produce the email, produce the conversation, produce the proof that a business said, "Hey, we want you to sponsor this, or we want you to promote this," and I'll come back and apologize. But I'm pretty goddamn sure, I'm 99.9% sure that no one has ever come to you and say, "Hey, we need you to sponsor something for us."
Gameplay and podcast style content for you guys, and you guys crowdfunding it. All right. Right now, I need more help. Right now, I need to be hitting some tips goals. Not, oh, it's another stream where Phil barely hit his first goal, and it's the 7th stream like that this week. Like, it's getting bad at this point, okay? If you are on the live streams, thank you so much to everyone who supported in any way so far. I hope that we can make a rallying and see tips increase in the next couple of weeks. If you're someone who watches the on-demand content, all right, you just watch the videos on demand at your own leisure here on the channel, there's ways to support outside of just watching with ads, because the ads don't cut it anymore. They just don't. The ads are literally almost no revenue on YouTube. With the amount of views that I get a month, I still to this day get like 700, 800,000 views a month, sometimes up to 1 million, depending on if it's a really popular month.
If he gets 700,000 views, he's guaranteed $3,500 a month in ad revenue. I'm giving you guys facts. Trust me. I make a little bit less than that. I know what I get every month. Me and him get the same CPM. We get the same amount of money in ad revenue. I probably get more ads than he does because his content is shitty and his views are always low. It's just he produces so many videos that he gets up there to 700,000 views. If he's getting 700,000 views a month, he's making $3,500. If he's getting 1 million views a month, he's getting at least $5,000 in ad revenue. At least $5,000 in ad revenue. I guarantee those numbers. And that's not on top of the super thanks, the super chats, and the memberships that he gets every month. So our boy here crying poor mouth is don't buy it. It's fucking lame and it's bullshit.
And the ad revenue is abysmally low for that. Okay. I need help. So if you can, check the description of the video you're watching. There's a tips link right there where you can click and leave a tip. If you hate PayPal, you can go to my Patreon, patreon.com/darksidephil. You can pledge to the Patreon and help that way. I know a lot of you already do that, so thank you. That is a concrete way the on-demand video watchers can contribute, okay? I do need help right now. I can't keep going this way, seeing, oh, it's been 1 week now, it's been 2 weeks now. Okay, this is going to consistently be this low, huh? Like, what am I going to do? You know, and I can't kind of sit around and just wait for a new game to hopefully come out that gets everyone's attention and someone will come back and support again. I basically need to let you guys know, yeah, it's really bad right now. All right. And I would really appreciate if you could help with tips in the short term. It would really help me out. Okay.
I need that money. I really do. I need
that's
that
about
money
it
to pay my bills.
I'm excited. I'm enjoying all the games we're playing. Really, I am. You know, WWE, Skyrim, Street Fighter, Zelda, Uncharted 2. And when I stream, we all have a great time. And the thing is, up to now, the philosophy has always been, if everyone's having a great time on both ends, regardless of the amount of viewers on the stream, support will be there.
Hello.
Sadly, I hate to say, the last 2 weeks, that hasn't been the case. It's been a rarity if I hit tips goals, and it's starting to really hurt now. So if you could, please help out, all right? And I will talk about this also on the pre-stream tomorrow for the live stream viewers, but I wanted to throw this out there for the on-demand viewers overnight so you really know what we're going through.
Alright, I'm done. I can't take fucking anymore. This asshole. He's just pissing me the fuck off.
For money.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, sorry this ran long. It was therapeutic for me. I think my blood pressure dropped a little bit. And it doesn't help that I haven't gotten much sleep in the last couple days. Occasionally here and there I battle with insomnia, which lasts a couple weeks, and it's annoying, so I haven't got much sleep. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I am going to be streaming his podcast today because I want to hear him beg and beg and beg and beg a little bit more. And I'll probably be clipping some videos and just posting that today. So definitely check that out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry it ran a little long, but I had some shit to say. And all right, folks, guys, peace out.